everybody's intention is to come to work and to help as many kids as we can. What I kind of see is sometimes it's the children who've never come in contact with the system for whatever reason are the ones who tend to fall through the cracks.
In recent weeks, we brought you stories of child abuse cases, especially in the state of Minnesota.
Valley News Team's Rose Itzkovitz looks at the state's resources and asks why children are falling through the cracks.
Julie Hansen directs social services in Mahnomen County. She says her team only consists of one full-time and one part-time social worker for the entire county.
We have the highest poverty rate in the state of Minnesota. We have the highest tax rate in the state of Minnesota.
Meaning they have very little to work with in tax dollars.
What's the
That's
grand total?
Ballpark $500,000.
Hansen says that's not nearly enough.
One number I can tell you, our out-of-home placement costs for children in foster care and juvenile delinquents is over $500,000.
Dr. Jeremy Carney teaches social work at MSUM. He says there's a large disparity in funds between urban places like Minneapolis and rural areas like Mahnomen.
Not only do urban areas have more people with the right expertise and degrees to do that type of work, they tend to pay better.
Still, the social workers tell me Minnesota as a whole does not pass around enough funds, which tends to show in tragedies like the ones we've seen recently.
A couple years ago, that prompted the governor to form a task force to look at child welfare programming and child protection in particular in Minnesota.
Hansen says Mahnomen County does get some money from that, but the amount is based on population.
So for Mahnomen County, our amount is the minimum, which is a total of $75,000 a year.
But even so, $15,000 of that is withheld by the state, unless the county meets 93 requirements of performance measures the task force came up with. Minnesota Senator Kent Eakin says the task force is still planning on doing more. New legislation would allocate millions into a child welfare academy.
This academy would be training another 2,000 frontline child protection workers and another 250 supervisors.
Senator Eakin says it still has yet to reach the Senate floor, but he's hopeful it will.
We do have a surplus this year, so the money is there. And this is one area where we should not be trying to cut corners.
That could be good news if it passes. Other good news, at least at MSUM, I'm told the social work major is growing in popularity.
There's a lot of hope in the fact that there are people coming through that really want to help, and I can see that in all my classmates.
Rose Itzkovitz, Valley News Live.
Senator Eakin tells us that the child welfare legislation has until May 20th to pass through the Senate floor, as May 21st is the session's deadline.